I've heard it all before, and the lies ain't fooling me.
How much of a priority is it for you all to have love, to be in love, to find that life partner? Because I hear more of the, not till I'm 30 something, and that, where are you guys with that?
I feel like it will find me when it's ready to find me, and when it's right, I'll know it. But I don't want to like go seeking out for it. Like I would rather focus on something like my career, my future, and making sure I'm okay, so that whenever that love does come, I want that to be just solid. I want it solid.
So does that mean that it's not solid at this point?
Yeah, I don't think it's solid. I don't think I don't think I'm complete, and maybe I never will. That's another thing. I never thought about that
Because I was
perspective.
going to say, what does that look like? Where do you find these beliefs? Where are they?
Maybe it's just because I'm young, but I don't know. Sometimes I want to be sure. Like I want to be more sure. I'm just striving to just be sure about whatever I pursue for myself.
So then, where are you now? Are you single and dating?
I'm dating. I'm not liking it, so I think I'm gonna go back to the solo. The generation of men and women have kind of just turned this love thing. Yeah, it's foolishness. I don't want to deal with it.
I just think the concept and how they view relationships, and especially in our age group, I feel like the way they go about them and they want to cultivate them is just foolishness. It's not worth my time, my effort. So I agree. I can wait till I'm 30. I could really wait. I could wait till I'm 50 probably.
I think relationships have always been the thing that I've strived for. Like I want a family. I want a person to call on when I need them. I like having people in my corner, whether it's friends, family. But I really always found a super liking to having an intimate relationship. So I tried to date as many people as I could so I could see myself and how I react in, being involved with the opposite sex. So I don't know, like I get into relationships when I'm ready to, and then I take what I need from it, and then I go. And that's like what you were saying, like you don't feel like you have yourself completely together. And I feel like we're magnets for sure. Like once you're working on yourself and working on things that better you, it just comes right to you. So you don't have to worry about that.
That's something I think I've learned pretty well, is that I'm okay being alone. I can be alone for the rest of my life, because if it's not the energy that I need around me.
To go through the things that you should not, or would prefer not to go through, it's just like
Like what?
Like cheaters, liars, and manipulators, and narcissists, and
that's real. But I feel like all men are not like that, or all
men
women
are not like that.
You know what I'm saying? So
I know there are probably
But
plenty of good
where
ones.
are
They
they?
just don't come to me.
Where are they?
but I feel like I agree with what Shell was saying. It's like, be that yourself. Be a non-cheater. Be confident. Be stable. Be intelligent. Be, kind. And you attract that kind of energy.
Law
You
of
attract
attraction.
people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, but birds of a feather. I still believe in that. A flock together. So it's like, who are you hanging out with? What places are you, finding yourself, working in or just socializing in? Like, I think God has a funny way of surrounding you with the people who will push you into that part of yourself and bring those people around you when you align yourself with those kinds of morals, kinds of beliefs, and it becomes so much more natural, more organic to like find it. You know what I'm saying? It's like just because I believe that He has called all of us to have that. He wants us to have that if we do want it. So
We're not meant to be alone. I don't want to paint a picture that unless you are booed up, though, then you are not complete and not, because you can be whole in your singleness. There are supposed to be.
that's the point.
Absolutely. But I'm wondering where you get your ideas about what a loving relationship looks like. Doesn't that start at home? Like has what you've witnessed at home kind of shaped your perspective and expectation even?
Yes.
I think so for sure.
Hell yeah.
growing up in a household where I had both my mother and my father, and they loved each other, and that was on display every day. When things were great, when things were not so great, like, they were together. And I would be lying if I said that didn't have a huge effect on how I view relationship, how I view marriage. And even my want for it, when I grew up, when it became my turn, it's like, I want that. Some semblance of that.
It's hard to say with my lifestyle because a lot of things that happened again had nothing to do with love. Like, my mom was trying to figure out how to stay alive for years. So it's just like, if you're not being presented with something that you know you want or something that's good for you, you can only just keep going along your road. So it's like, my father isn't absent from my life, but I don't really know. He's not. That's not even important. He doesn't really have a big effect on my love, like how I view love. Just because, or men really. Just because he's super laid back, chill. He doesn't say much. He doesn't share much about love. That's just a cold case.
That's interesting that you feel like you're not really affected.
A lot of the men I come across are the opposite. Like, they'll be mouthy, they'll be selfish, or they'll be, it'll be things like that. But he's, I'm his girl, so of course he does what he has to for me. Like, I know that love. But as far as an example other than that, I'm just like, I just know what I don't want.
That's it, right?
But he doesn't really show me what I want or don't want. He's just kind of my dad.
What would that look like? What kind of man is going to command your attention? And you, because all of you, I would say, I'll know it when I see it. Okay. What does that look like?
It became a matter of me being willing enough to let him in. So, from my whole preconceived notions of who he was or who, how he was, like, I had to kind of put that aside in order to make time to say, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you about? And through that, interaction and communication and, just kicking it, like, I was able to pick out the things that I knew that I wanted in a man. I knew that I wanted out of a relationship. So somebody who was intelligent, he could hold a conversation, you know what I'm saying, for hours. And it was like, I'm not bored, He was super kind. He was super considerate of my time, of my feelings, just like keeping, just like asking me if we were on the phone. It was like, how was your day? You go first. You know what I'm saying? And like that kind of stuff was just like, he's sweet. You know what I'm saying? Or he'll tell you, you look really pretty today. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just picking out those things of, he loves music like I do, has the same passion for it. I only found that out through talking to him, through listening to music with him, So, I don't know. For me, it's more so about being willing to develop a friendship. And that was paramount for me too. I wanted somebody who I was friends with first. I've always said that I want to marry my best friend. So, but that has to be developed. You can't just have a friendship, come out of thin air. You got to put in time. You got to put in energy. You got to put in work.
I agree. I would like to be with my best friend. I want to be with somebody who knows me like in and out, like the back of my hand, like romantically,
I am not going to talk to anybody or deal with anybody that cannot express why they're upset, why they're feeling that type of way, and just wants me to read their mind, because
I want to be led. A lot of times I can feel like with a man, like in this generation lately, like I'll be the one leading or setting the example, or like I'm showing you, like I treat people how I want to be treated. So I'm like,
why are you not taking me on dates? I'm planning a date. Now it's your turn to plan a date.
Or just be the initiator.
Right. Yeah, be the initiator, please, so that I can submit and something, like.
You're always talking about women don't want to listen and not submissive. Well, probably because you're not the man that I'm supposed to be submitted to.
Right.
That could be why.
I feel like another thing with this generation is that a lot of people are starting to just kind of fall off of religion. Like
Absolutely.
it's more so around.
It's peripheral.
It's yes. So I feel like it's a like some people be like, well, you know, I grew up in church, but you know, or like, yeah, I believe in God, but like.
For me, I've had a lot of experiences. It depends. You know, you have some people who claim to be Christian, claim to believe in God, claim to follow, you know, Christian teaching when it comes to marriage and relationships and things like that. But once you get in that relationship, or maybe it's a marriage, they don't like it's a total wreck, you know what I mean? But then you have other people who, oh, I believe in God. Yeah, they may not have been raised in church, but they've gotten baptized, they accept God. They may not be as spiritual or holy filled speaking in tongues, but they know how to be a husband, you know what I mean? They know how to nurture, they know how to be there for you, they know how to communicate.
This young man that y'all have painted for me. All of those things that we talked about, that he's, you know, caring and considerate and
Communicative and Holy Ghost filled. And
who is he looking for? What is his expectation?
I'm supposed to know.
He wants a mirror of those things. If he's gonna have those
Exactly.
qualities, that attraction we've been talking about, the only way that happens is if you embody those things yourself. If you have that in
Well,
yourself.
you need to have those same qualities. There can't be
Not
just
exactly.
a compliment to that. Like, so you might not have this, but
It's like he can be stronger in some things, and you guys can help each other grow into the things that he's. But I think it can't be just one person having 50 or 85 and percent of those qualities, and you're at zero for all of them. So yes, he can be better at things and kind of bring you up. And okay, baby, you got to learn how to speak your mind. Okay, babe, come on, you got to learn how to be patient. He can. Y'all can complement each other with that, but there has to be some sort of mirroring happening somewhere.
I don't expect every man right now to just have it all together. You know, it's a lot of broke 20s. Like there are most 20s are like trying to figure it out. So that's why I don't like, you know, I'm not expecting for him to have hundreds of thousands of dollars or always cashing out on me or give me a Birkin bag, or, you know, I'm not expecting that right now, because I'm not even, and I can't buy myself a Birkin. I can't buy myself a new car. So I'm not expecting that from him right now.
I mean, the money, you don't have to be wealthy, but like your mindset about money has to be wealthy. Like you can't just be sitting here like, I ain't got no money, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Make me $50. Like it's not going down like that.
That was a Different World episode where Whitley was talking to somebody about like, what are you looking for in a man, or somebody intelligent and enterprising and ambitious. But she was just like, I didn't hear you say rich, Whitley. A man like that is never, you know, poor, or something like that. Like something along those lines. But it's like those characteristics. If you have a man who's intelligent and ambitious and hardworking and dedicated, and that's the fruit. That is the fruit of those things. So.
Like, you may not be working a job, you know, getting $50,000 a year, but you know how to manage. You know how to move things around and save.
Steward your money.
You know what I mean? So that's important too. You know, it's not required that you have $1 million when we meet. You know what I mean? But you know how to manage. Right. Right.
I was telling the guy, like, listen, I'm not you my girl, and now I'm supposed to just know what that means. Like, no, we gonna sit down. I'm gonna tell you.
What my expectations are?
Exactly. I'm going to tell you what I want this to be. And if that's not what it can be or grow to be or is now, then we can work on it, or I'm going to just have to find something else to do. Find something else to do in my life, because it's not going to work. But I had to sit down with him and say, like, I don't know, like, here's my boundaries. Like, you can say I'm your girlfriend, but like, what does that mean? Okay, that means that I need a friend. So what does a friend mean? That means blah blah blah. I need somebody who is this, and define. Like, I literally had to give him like a dictionary.
Here's what I need. Literally, here's what I'm looking for out of this relationship.
It's like a job interview. Here's the definitions. Here's my resume. Let's talk. Like, we can talk about it, but like, we're gonna do this interview
Are we a good
first.
fit?
Yeah, it gotta be something.
Because otherwise we are wasting
It's
our
a waste of
time,
time.
and we're not open to doing that.
Exactly.
I'm in a place where I'm okay with making myself whole, making myself into the woman I want to be for a man. Whenever he come along, you know, hey, holla. But I'm just not like, if a knucklehead comes my way, I don't want to date. Like, if I can already see, you know, like,
Where it's gonna go.
yeah, like for me, because I think a lot of this was, you know, I've been building, I've been learning, I've been growing, but just past experiences, a lot of that was showing me just what I don't want to deal with, you know, and then
Which is
now,
important.
yeah, now I'm starting to like find things that maybe I do like and that I do want and that I do need, like I need, but yeah, you know, we're still on the journey. So I'm not saying like, you know, like I'm about to get this bag for myself and fly out and go on vacations, and then when I'm 30, I'll come find my man. Like,
So if he shows up tomorrow,
I mean, I don't think he
I mean,
will,
if
but
hypothetically, like if you
I
go
like
somewhere tomorrow and you shows up and it's just like
if he shows up tomorrow, I don't have a choice. That's my man.
you're gonna marry
Like,
him,
I'm not gonna marry him like right away.
not right away, but like
No,
now,
but
Jamila,
if
now,
if
you.
it's like I that's where I am. Like, I'm really at a place where I'm like, if this is the man that I've been like wanting, this is the man that I've
He fits that criteria. we laid out.
he fits what I need. Like,
I would run away still.
Then am
I would be afraid. I would be
whole-
very afraid. But I'm in a place where I'm willing to try it. I'm
Okay.
willing to see. I'm willing to
Pursue
give
that.
and see what you have to give. Like, I'm there. So
That to me is a little bit different
Mm-hmm.
than the narrative of I'm not whole yet. I'm not ready. You know, like so.
I'm
Then, but what
working
does that
on it.
mean then?
I'm working on. But she said if
But
he
if he
shows
showed,
tomorrow,
so then now you're ready. Now you're whole.
so then I gotta turn him away.
Yeah.
I'm
Are
asking
you
you.
Like-
I'm asking you because remember I'm saying like, well, don't we grow together?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like our hello.
That's a good question.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's
like
it's
what
a
are we
chance
doing?
that he can meet you where you are, and then, you know what I mean? Because if he's at a place where you guys are compatible, you know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
can be
that's a good-
compatible
that's
no
a good
matter
answer.
what. You know, if you're in a certain place and he's certain place, it'll just gel. You know what I mean? And then you can grow together.
And can't you
Somebody you can grow with.
recognize that you're gonna have to grow up quick in an area? You know,
Not
like
at
realize that oh no, he's operating at this level,
Yeah.
and I gotta stop playing these
Those
reindeer
trade-offs,
games,
For sure, yeah.
and I'm gonna have to.
I literally had to sit him down like, listen, this is Shelby, and let me tell you about Shelby. Let me write this down and share this with you, because as this girlfriend that I want to be, or this woman to you that I want to be, this is my list. Can you match this list? Do you think you'll be able to? I had literally asked, like, are you ready for this? Is this something you're like spiritually, like, are you in the right space in your life to deal with what I'm presenting you with? And he was like, yeah, here's mine. Let me show you. Okay, let's try it.
Like, if you do that, if you present your expectations, or in your case a list or whatever you need to do, and they get angry or they start getting like, dang, why you asking so many questions, that's how you know that that's a red flag. Like, it may be intimidating for him at that moment, but as a whole, like, if he's getting angry, or he doesn't want to make eye contact, if he doesn't want to answer the questions, if he feels too intimidated, you know, that may be a sign he's not ready. So I feel that is important to do. Lay your expectations out, you know, and let them know where you are mentally, spiritually, emotionally, what you want. That's important.
With that, would you settle for the sake of not being?
Settle.
Well, you
I've
know,
done it before for sure.
A person.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to refrain from being lonely.
yeah.
That's where we
But you just kind
I
of.
mean, he ain't got no teeth, but shit, we all just.
Let me tell you about me.
That's
My
where
daddy
we
was Nathan
run
Hale.
into the
That's good.
possibility of, like what I was saying before, being with someone who can't give you what you need. You know what I mean? They may pose to be something that they're not, you know, so I wouldn't settle just, you know, because then I might be with somebody and still be lonely because they don't nurture me, they don't cuddle. You know, they don't do anything that I need. So why would I settle? I might as well have stayed single
I need a
and
great
hid myself in
woman.
Christ. You know what I mean? Like, use God as my comfort until He's ready to send me someone who's suitable and who's, you know, has the intent to build and, you know, be
And
there
bring you
for me.
from that
Right,
loneliness.
exactly.
It's a leap of faith.
Yeah.
You know, it is the two of you all.
Like the all or nothing.
Let's commit to surviving it together. We might get slapped up against the head by these waves of the storm, feeling like, you know, we over.
We got
You know,
each other though.
But come on, let's hang
What
in
do
there.
you say? Two is better than one.
And a threefold call. It's not easily broken.
So you can find me speaking my peace or living my truth.